Okay, today we're going to look at graphing functions. The first question is, what is a function? Maybe we should know what that is. Well, a function is a special set of ordered pairs, and something happens. It's actually a special rule, but the rule that works for functions is that for every x value, there's only one y value. Well, we did this last week. We looked at this rule here. Say this was the rule. We multiply the input by 3, and then we subtract 2. Well, we used a flow diagram, and right on a box we write, first we times by 3, and then we subtract 2. What makes it a function, though, if I put one thing in here like 1 times 3 is 3, 3 minus 2, and out comes 1. For every x value that goes in, only one thing comes out. So that's what makes it a function. We learned how to go from words to a flow diagram to a formula. So 3x minus 2 means you multiply the input, the x value, by 3, and then you subtract 2 to get each y value. Well, you can make a table. You can take these numbers, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and just list them there like x. And then the values they go with them, minus 8, minus 5, minus 2, we can list them in a table. Now, when we take this table of values and then we do what's called graphing points, we have a line that goes back and forth that's called the x-axis, and a line that goes up and down that's called the y-axis. And all you do is you go to the x number 2, and you go along the x line 2, and then you go to the y number, it's 4, and you go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a point, 2 and 4. So if you go 1 in the x and 1 in the y direction, means you go 1 to the right and 1 up. And that's 1 and 1 is your value. And then 0 and minus 2 is 0 in the x direction, minus 2 in the y direction. And this last one, minus 1 and minus 5, minus 1 and 5 down is right there. If you connect any two of the points and then keep the line going, you end up with a graph of the line. This was a big deal. This whole thing's called the Cartesian plane. This 3x minus 2 is algebra, but this line is geometry on a page. Well, we've kind of combined the worlds of geometry with the world of algebra, and they used to think they were different worlds, but when we got into graphing, when we do graphing, we combine the two worlds in a way. Okay, now you're going to get questions like this. I'm going to give you the rule in words. Multiply the input value by 2 and then add 2. Now all you do, I'm even going to give you the numbers. You can pick any numbers you like, but let's pick 3 small ones, 0, 1, and 2. And all you do is take 0, put it in there. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. And 2 times 2, we take x and put it in here, times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. And then we graph 0 along and 2 up, 2 in the x direction, and 1 in the x direction, and 4 in the y direction. Gee, that was wrong there on the thing. So it's 1 in the x direction and 4 in the y direction. And then 2 in the x direction, and 6 in the y direction, 2 and 6. 2 along and 6 up, 1 along and 4 up, 0 along and 2 up. So the first number is back and forth. The second number is up and down. Well, that's how you do each one of these questions that I'm going to give you right here. I give you the rule, I give you an equation, I even tell you what to put in for x. Well, you've got 3 functions to sketch. That's the main part. The second part, I do something, it looks a little scary, but all I've done is take 6 different lines, and I put the 6 different rules, the 6 different formulas on the ends of the lines. And then I put these little red dots here. There are points that fit on these lines. You can look at the graph and tell me what the coordinates are. If there was a point right here, say there was a point right here, you'd say x is 2 and y is minus 1. So it'd be 2 and minus 1. But these are different. I even put the points here so you can match them up if you get confused. These are all the right answers, but they're not linked up to the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's that question. There's one more question I ask. I say, what do you notice about the coefficients? I mean the numbers in front of x and the line getting flatter. Well, they're steeper and it's getting less steep, less steep, less steep. And the lines get flatter. What's the pattern between the numbers in front and the flatness of the line? Okay, so that's what I want you to figure out. That's the questions that I want you to do. Okay, and I think that'll be about all for today. And it's time